Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Gabby here, and if you haven't already listened to my music and discovered a whole lot of things there about the subliminal messages that are being conveyed, above all in the latest release that I've had, you can listen as the main video here on this channel. If you're listening to this on my YouTube channel, you're gonna realize that there is a very deep humanity wound there, and I would like to talk more about this here in this video, so that you can get acquainted with those wounds and also invite deeper healing within yourself. Doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man listening to this video, but if you're specifically a woman and you're having some blockages and some challenges, above all with your talents and going forward in any sense in your life, that may be specifically for you. But even if you're not, you may be challenged and also touched by what I'm going to say here in one way or another, because you may also feel connection with those wounds in one or another sense. If you have gone through a past life regression and looked back in the past, in your past lives, perhaps you already know and you already have feelings and experiences of your past life, and perhaps you've already seen painful deaths and situations and places that you've been. I'm going to explain to you here a little bit about my story so that you can perhaps take something from it. And then we're going to do some soul retrieval here in this video that may help us to claim back these pieces that have been broken. And if you would like to feel deeper healing, I'm inviting you to listen to my music. Follow me on other social media platforms with my music, and also take a look at magicfeeling.com, magicfeeling without the G in the end.com. And there you may find stuff that may help you throughout the process, above all to identify your gifts, to get deeper knowledge about your psychic and healing gifts and so forth, as well as get a certification in hypnotherapy, in intuitive hypnotherapy. Now I'm going to go directly into my story so that you understand a little bit which kind of energies I'm coming from here for you. So in this lifetime, I've had a lot of challenges with speaking up, and especially speaking my own truth. And I channeled a lot of stuff from the higher realms already since I was very little, and I could have dreams and visions of the future and things that happened sometimes 15, 20 years later, as well as in the past. So I was time traveling, and I was not really conscious of that. I was afraid of speaking up and being taken as a dreamer, and in my surroundings I was not really supported to express myself because people around me, especially my parents, were kind of afraid of that. And I was interested in tarot, in stones, in numerology. I learned numerology when I was very little, very little. I started to realize that I had a contact with nature and with everything around me that could speak messages and communicate with me and help me throughout my path, and say things, important things sometimes. And that could be birds, it could be plants, that could be numbers and letters coming before me, and I could just have visions that could come through. And I could also see through people very deeply in their wounds, in their souls, in their memories. and read their energies and their auras, their gifts. When I was about to sleep, when I was a child, I remember that sometimes I took my hands like this and I create like balls of energy, and I like threw and played, you know, like that. And all of these interests were like very childlike, but they were not, just childlike as perhaps some people were telling. So I started to read tarot very little and oracle cards, and read my mother's experiences, especially when she was going through some challenges. I realized that I could counsel people and say things to people, and that a lot of people felt very peaceful around me. That was at the same time a curse, because I always loved singing and speaking, and there being like two passions, communication and expressing myself and channeling, has been, a very, very strong gift that I've got since I was a child. And when this gift was kind of pushed back because of experiences, situations, and aggression from other people, sometimes when I spoke or saw something that they didn't want to hear, it pushed me back even more, because I was afraid. I was really afraid of death. I was really, how to say that? I didn't panic, but I was really afraid of showing myself and standing in my own power. This is something that I've been working until today, and I realized that, yeah, it's been a very hard process to be just in front of a camera and talk to you guys and show everyone about me, about who I am in my essence, because very little number of people knew those things about me, even in close relationships. It was not until less than a decade ago, when I finished when I broke with my ex-husband, and I was on this journey and of awakening and growth and personal development, and I started to come back to tarot and reading energies and locating objects and sometimes people and animals, to help. And I had a very deep awakening through a regression as well, about some past lifetimes that I'm gonna talk a bit shortly here very soon. And throughout that time, I realized that I couldn't manage being in that relationship anymore, because I was feeling persecuted in that relationship. I was feeling like he was pushing me down a lot of things, and my attempt to communicate, to express my own truth, to express the messages, the things that I wanted to say and see through people's situation, was kind of denied and pushed down in that relationship. But not only in that relationship, but also in other relationships with other people, especially with men. And that has been something that I had to go very deep to heal, because I wonder, what did I do to receive those things? Because I've always understood that we always have connections with, at a subtle realm, the energies that exist in our energy field and the experiences that we have within ourselves, and the materialization of the things that happen around us. And so diving deep into my inner journey and realizing what really happened gave me a lot of clarity, and also awakened a lot of my gifts. At the time, I was a doctor student in another field, not medicine, as I've switched later on because of the awakenings that I had later on with past knowledge of medicine. I realized that I had to accept that and embrace myself fully. And it was a real, I would say, real bomb to a lot of people around me, because I changed completely for many people. And no, it was not a change. It was just me actually showing myself and being myself, and really daring being myself, because I realized that if I didn't do that, I would keep having blockages, and these blockages were manifesting as ailments in my body. And I realized that I gotta go to the root cause of these things, and I'm gonna decide to break free from those things. And I had to heal a lot of things in my sacral chakra and in my throat and my heart as well, and solar plexus. I mean, all of the chakras. But that made me download a lot of information from the other side and write a lot of books. And you can find some of my books out there. I'm gonna link below the video here if you're curious about knowing that, because there's a lot of information that may benefit you as well on your journey. And so I dived very deep into the womb and into information that exists beyond cells and all of that. And during that process, I then started to study medicine, and then I started to study energy medicine as well, parallel with Western medicine, and I realized that, wow, I already know a lot of things here, a lot, just made a lot of sense. And then after that, I started to deepen my perception of things, of the human body, of cells, of things that exist at subtle level, at quantum level, and realize how everything goes together, how everything is connected within ourselves, and how we can change and transform matter as well. And so going back to the regressions, if you just wonder if I'm looking at this direction, there are people and things and cars and so going by. So it gives me sometimes direction, because I'm seeing the energies flowing, all right? So just so you know why I'm looking at that direction. So past lives. I decided to go and do a past life regression once, and that took me to a very, very deep healing journey that I had already started. I think about 6-7 years before I decided to take this opportunity and really dare doing that, because I was really afraid of going through that experience of being induced into hypnosis. But I realized that I had to take the chance, so I did it. And then I noticed that it came like information of places and war-like situations, and I could describe places and people and myself, and in a past life, in the latest life, or the latest lives. And it was so strong experience, and getting specifically names as well, and finding one of these persons, the main person that I was there in that specific lifetime that I'm thinking about, on the internet. I found her work, and I found her, she was a public person. And I realized, wow, that was me in another lifetime. I started to read about her life. I started to see a lot of information that I realized that's also part of me, a lot of things in common, and also the people around her, and the energy of the people around her that she was together with, that she married and all that. I could see a lot of similar things in my current lifetime. And then I realized, wow, there is something there. So my curiosity took me to go deeper and study and become a hypnotherapist. And in that process, that I started to dive deeper into intuition and the subconscious mind, the subconscious mind. I had to work with myself in depth during the education. And during that time, because it was also past life regressions that came up, it was one of these memories that came up that really shocked me. I was induced by a colleague, another student there in the course. I I saw myself being burned, and I saw a community that I was part of, where I was called a witch, and where there were soldiers coming towards me and burning me. And I saw the fire, I saw the community put on fire, and I saw their clothes. I could describe their clothes, I could describe the community, the city, I could describe a lot of things, and the, even the year where that happened. And the biggest experience, the biggest thing out of this regression is that I saw myself getting burned, and the experience of being burned and shaking, literally shaking with the experience of being burned, because it felt so real, and the whole body. And then I was frozen, actually feeling frozen after the burning. And that was the experience. My body started to shake so much during the regression, within this past life session. And I was really shocked, really shocked. And with that experience, and also the year that happened, it was sometime in the 12th century. I didn't think that make any sense, because the persecution of witches happened, as I thought, later on. But I realized when I started to research, to do, search for more information about that, I realized that I found actually the beginning of that era, at least in Europe, in the place where I saw it, was in the 12th century. So anyways, I wanted to tell you that this was a very shocking experience for me, because I didn't see myself as a witch, but I started to remember that, yeah, it was like that. When I was a child, I was connected with nature, I was connected with plants, I was connected with universal consciousness, I was channeling, I was seeing through people, my third eye was already open, I could, my clairsenses were already developed, and I had a very strong connection with the higher realms. It's always been like that, but I wasn't really conscious of the fact that I was different from the people around me. Sometimes it felt different, because the ways that I related with people and the things that they prioritized were completely different. And so I realized there was something there. So I held back during many years, realized that this was a wound. And I realized that it didn't happen not only in that lifetime when I was burned, but it happened many lifetimes after that, that I was killed and burned because of my gifts. And I didn't want to speak up. And that happened as well with community and other challenges. I don't want to go very deep into that. Just want to tell that with that and the medical knowledge, because I also saw myself working with healing and medicine in past lives as a doctor, I realized that there was something that I needed to search more information and change my path, because I was doing something completely different, and I realized that I had to follow my inner voice, and following my inner voice and following this path has been very tough, especially because of these public wounds, because it was public wounds. I have my Chiron in my sun, and it's in the 11th house of friends, community, society. So I realized that I had to heal something very deeply with society, with the world, with the community, in the world, with daring, showing myself and sharing my gifts with the world again, because it was, I'm feeling like a flow of energy when I'm speaking here to you. It's been a very deep experience to be challenged during many lifetimes, but also develop unconditional love even more, and show that, yeah, I have a heart, even if you have been a wise person in other lifetimes, have experienced betrayals and lies and backstabbing and deaths that have been challenging. It's always been you've also been human, so it doesn't remove your facts, your human experience, the fact that you are still in a human body. So we all experience different things, but I realized that made me feel like I wanted to hide from people. I didn't want to show my gifts. I didn't want to show my voice. I didn't want to speak up. And it took me a whole lot of work that I still do today to be able to share things with people openly and share messages and all of that. And the reason why I've written a lot of books, because I've been writing since I was very little, and there's been a lot of teachings from the higher realms that I've been channeling to this planet. And I realized that I had to just accept that. And writing for me, it's been much easier because I just have to channel. I don't have to do anything else and deal with anyone else in the physical world. I'm just dealing with the higher realms. So I can communicate freely, and I have Mercurius in my 12th house. So my communication is very different from other people that have Mercurius in a more concrete house in astrology, the 12th house. If you don't know, it's the house of the subconscious mind and the superconscious, the higher realms. So my communication is direct with the higher realms. I feel my whole life that yes, I've been here incarnated, but I'm mostly living in the higher realms because I'm attuned to things that happen as well in the higher realms. People that live their physical lives, and I help cross over work that is done in the higher realms, and a lot more things in the higher realms. So I've realized that, past life regression helped me a lot, and perhaps it helps you too, to understand more about yourself, about your gifts. But it's not necessarily so that you need to go through a past life regression to be able to heal your wounds and be able to be free from the limitations that you may feel, so that you can embrace more abundance in this world. I think that a lot of us that have experienced challenges in enabling abundance in this lifetime is because we have healing and psychic gifts from other lifetimes, and we've experienced traumatic situations where we've been taken from our communities, isolated, killed. We have separated from our sisterhood. We have disconnected our intuition, and we started to function in the coming lifetimes out of the patriarchy. And that has put us into a place of denying our own gifts, our own intuition, the connection with the invisible and with the universe, as well as our connection with everything in nature. Instead, connecting with have to prove what we think, what we feel, our knowledge, having to have other people to prove yourself of your truth, of what you're saying, that you're not crazy, that what you're experiencing and the messages that you that you access, and who you are. You have to prove yourself. You have to have specific research, and how is research conveyed and created in this world? Research is made of the mental level, creating patterns and studying all of these things, all of these patterns into different methods. And the methods are usually qualitative or quantitative. They are trying to quantify, to measure, or to come to deeper reflection and problematize specific things that people observe, that many people observe at the same time, to start to create some sort of hypothesis. And all of these things, they are not wrong. I don't think it's wrong, it's just that it's functioning at another level. It's functioning at the level of the mind. So everything is valuable, but lacking the essence, the feminine essence, and the information and the ways that we process information that are attuned with the higher realms and with healing and psychic, our psychic gifts, is the same at the same time in the feminine energy above all, because all of us that are embodying our feminine energy, and also even men that have lived in those lifetimes as a woman in a woman body, and have wounds from these lifetimes in one way or another. They have been called to do this work. And what I was about to say, now I lost track of my mind because I was looking at somewhere else here. We are called, what I was about to say, we are called to connect with one another at a deeper level, the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And connecting and creating this connection enables us to realize that we are one and the same. We may be experiencing situations and personalities and past lifetimes that have different memories, different wisdom, and then we have, of course, different frequencies, different energetic signatures as a soul, as individual souls. But in the very core, we are the same, because we are actually here with different energetic signatures, like different atoms, for example, or different molecules, I would say, that can be seen in different ways and formed in different ways, because they have a specific structure, and they're recognized by a specific structure. The same thing happens with our souls, and at a deeper level, every molecule has atoms, and they have quantum particles, and they have even other smaller units there that are part of the universe, part of the stars, and part of anything else in nature here in this physical plane, and even some elements in the center of the earth. And then the elements are diversified. They start to get form. They start to have a specific magnetic field and all of that. But in the very core, they're the same. So that happens, same thing with us. And when we have relationship problems, when we have other problems in the past lifetimes with our communities, with our human families, we are called to come to a place of forgiveness, a place of self-love, a place of healing, a place of recognition of who we are, and daring being in our essence, because that's the only way that we can experience abundance and love. And also forgiving one another because of the different roles and different choices that we have made in past lifetimes, and that other people have made because of their lack of awareness and the lack of connection, because if they have killed, or if we've done that, if they or we have hurt sacred parts of ourselves in other people, everything comes back to us, and everything stays left in our energetic signature. So then all of that can be changed and transformed, and that's what we're going to do right now. So take a moment to focus your attention to the present moment and ground your energy into your heart center, as well as your base chakra, which is your lowest chakra when you sit. You have other chakras as well, like your feet, in your feet, and you have your earth chakra as well, earth star chakra, and other chakras, upper chakras as well. Focus your attention on the root chakra, because the root chakra connects us with other experiences on earth, and then with our loved ones, with our lineage, with our universal consciousness, our families, our communities. And now let's heal that, and then we're gonna heal the upper chakras as well, and we're gonna cleanse, and we're gonna take back the fragments that have been split from different situations, people, circumstances, places. Some of us have left our fragments in places because of these traumatic events, and trauma manifests itself in the body, can be manifested itself as well in the physical body, because the energetic signature is harmed in a way or another, so our natural frequencies cannot be shining, and that's one of the reasons why matter is impacted by the energies that it's building upon, and the energies that matter is building upon is our subtle energies that are underlying the life force energy, chi, that is enabling our human experience and enabling our body to be living. And so we have to heal this life force energy and the way that it flows in our body, in our inner rivers, our meridians, our nadis, our cells, our quantum particles, our structures, and our tissues. Now, there may be lots of levels of healing that needs to be done right now. I want you to come back to this video in different parts of your day, and often during a week, or at least 3 or 4 weeks if you have many traumas to work through, and listen from the very beginning, because there may be subliminal messages when I'm channeling and when I've been sharing as well of my experiences. They may come through my voice, and through the frequency of my voice, they may come to you and automatically activate things within you. And they may activate things within you in a cascade. So if you come back and you listen, you will be able to attune to that specific frequency at a new time, a new timeline. So now let's focus our attention to our lower chakras and the base chakra, and connect us with the earth energies, charging this chakra with the earth energies, the feminine energies of the earth, charging our second chakra and our third chakra. And now we're going to connect as well with our heart center, and allow ourselves to connect through our hearts here during the soul retrieval. And we're also going to connect here with our higher chakras and the crown chakra, our throat, our third eye, and we also connect with our upper chakras. There may be other chakras like the thymus chakra as well. They're opening up a portal to past lives and traumas, information, experiences to be shown to you, but also to be transmuted here and now in the Akashic records, your soul's history, and also transmute the higher energies of your upper chakras, and allowing this information to be downloaded now into your system, and restoring every part of your system that needs to be restored right now. We are now calling back our fragments from all of these specific lifetimes where we've been wounded in traumatic events. And you're going to feel now which part of your body is feeling pain, because you may feel pain, you may feel reactions. You may feel other things as well, like real experiences that you have been going through, but they are just memories. So just allow the energies to come through and pass through you. And now we're working with our teams on the other side that will be working with us throughout this experience in other timelines, because we are not limited to the timeline here of this planet. We are activating as well our guides and our soul family's knowledge and connection through our hearts, and reactivating our sister circle. And if you're a man listening to this, activating a man's circle, a brotherhood circle through your hearts. Reconnecting with your original balanced energy, yin and yang. Bringing clearing and clarity at this moment to any specific issue that you're having in your life that you need healing and restoration. We're now removing the wounds, the fear, the anger, the frustration, the unhappiness, the sorrow. We are removing all of that now, doing a surgery in our energies with our upper consciousness coming through, passing by, embracing, expanding, healing, allowing those energies and information to be channeled and to be integrated in our physical life. We're removing now all of these energies in the right sequential order to 0 minus infinity, and strengthening the collection of these energies to another universe, releasing from your body now through your portals, through your inner portals. Allowing now these energies to be transmuted and new energies to be flowing through you, back from time and space, from all of these situations and the first experiences of trauma that you've experienced as a soul incarnated, as well in the astral realm. Back all fragments, and sending back all fragments that are not yours, back to where they come from, with forgiveness. Taking back your fragments to the present moment with all those body parts and cells, tissues, structures, quantum particles, organs. Taking back all of these fragments to their specific places, balancing out, strengthening. Allowing that to be grounded now in your field. Update your field, update your foundations, your energetic foundations in the right sequential order. We are switching now the vibration of the body and elevating the vibration of the body and the cells in the specific parts of the body. We are also adjusting now the vibration of your chakras, increasing the vibration of your chakras, adjusting as well the attraction process and the polarities, and also adjusting your meridians, your nadis, allowing greater flow to happen in life in connection with universal consciousness, with one another, with community, with ourselves, and also telepathic connection and information within ourselves. So now let that integrate, and amazing. It's been an amazing process. I hope that you feel some differences in your experience as well, and that you allow yourself to do this process every time you need, as well as subscribe to the channel if you enjoy, if you find this valuable, as well as listen to the music that I have on the channel, specifically my new release that is pinned in the channel. And you can also listen to my release on Spotify if you search for my name, Gabigal, Gabigal. And you're going to find out a lot of more things perhaps about your life and your experience. So in a nutshell, I want to tell you from my heart and gratitude, whoever you're listening, that the inner path is the only path to abundance and fulfillment, and you can achieve that if you really allow yourself to embrace. It was a friend of mine, I was just coming here, embrace your true nature, your essence, and having faith and being brave to dive deep within yourself to discover more about who you are, heal yourself, and be able to come to a greater place of enlightenment, connection, and inner peace. So that's what I want to tell you. I hope you enjoy yourself, and thank you so much for being here and being part of this community, and I wish you lots of love. Bye.